Chicago, 1982. A terrifying mystery begins.
Late September 1982. Chicago and its suburbs move as usual. People come home from work. They cook dinner. They open the medicine cabinet and reach for a familiar red and white box. Within hours, local newsrooms light up. Police radios stay busy. Hospitals call each other. One name keeps coming up again and again: Extra-Strength Tylenol. The bottles look normal. The caps twist like they should. But something is very wrong. By morning, the city understands: a common household product has been turned into a trap. Investigators act fast. They speak with first responders, doctors, and families. They compare notes from different neighborhoods. The pattern is clear. The link is not the house, not the street, not the store brand on the receipt. The link is the product format: Tylenol capsules. Lab tests confirm the fear. Capsules in several bottles are laced with potassium cyanide. This does not look like a factory mistake. The lots do not line up in one easy block. The evidence points to store shelf tampering. Someone opened retail packages, changed the contents, and placed the boxes back on the shelf. The public alert goes out. Local officials say one thing that cuts through the noise: do not use Tylenol capsules. Pharmacies pull product. People bring bottles to police stations. Phone lines jam with tips and questions. TV anchors hold up medicine bottles on air and tell viewers to check their homes. Neighbors share the warning across the street and over the fence. Parents lock medicine cabinets. In a very short time, a private act, taking a simple pain reliever, no longer feels safe. Police now have two jobs. First, protect the public. Second, find who did it. To protect the public, the manufacturer makes a huge call: a nationwide recall of about 31 million bottles. It is costly. It is disruptive. But it is the right move. The company also works with the FDA and local lead heirs to give updates. Stores post signs. Pharmacies give clear instructions. The message is simple, direct, and repeated: do not use capsules, return them. The recall becomes a case study in crisis response for years to come. To find who did it, investigators build a timeline. They collect bottles, lot numbers, and receipts from homes and stores. They map where each bottle was sold. If the problem started at the plant, certain lot codes would match a simple pattern. That is not what they see. Instead, the path points to multiple stores across several suburbs, which makes the work much harder. The likely scene of the crime is not one building with cameras and guards. It could be many store aisles, at different times, with little or no video coverage. In 1982, leads come in from everywhere. Some are helpful. Many are noise. Detectives interview store managers, stock clerks, delivery drivers, and anyone who may have noticed a person opening boxes on the shelf. They check back rooms and trash containers. They look for missing seals, odd tools, or any sign of tampering. They do not find a simple smoking gun. One person draws special attention: James Lewis. He sends a letter demanding money. He is later convicted of extortion related to the case. But he is not convicted of the murders. Over the years, other people are named in news stories or books. Some connections are alleged and never proven. Some tips fade with time. Without a clear witness, strong physical evidence, or reliable video, the case does not reach a courtroom conclusion. For the murders themselves, the city tries to return to normal, but trust has changed. People ask new questions at the counter. Is this sealed? How do I know it is safe? The industry hears those questions and answers with design. A new phrase becomes part of daily life: tamper-evident packaging. Caps get shrink bands. Bottles get foil S. Eels under the cap. Boxes use glued flaps so you cannot open and reclose them without leaving a mark. Warning lines appear: do not use if seal is broken. These changes spread far beyond, but the hard work had only begun. Detectives in Chicago and nearby suburbs sat with maps spread across desks. Red pins marked stores. Blue pins marked homes. Thread ran between them like streets at night. The goal was simple to say and hard to do: find the path of the tampered bottles and learn who could have placed them there. Teams visited each store that sold the linked bottles. Managers walked the aisles with investigators. What did the shelves look like last week? Who stocked them? Was any packaging found open in a back room? In 1982, most shops did not have cameras on every aisle. A careful person could pause at a shelf, open a box, make a switch, close the flaps, and leave in under a minute. If anyone saw them, it might register as nothing at all, just another shopper reading a label. Forensic labs tested everything they could. Technicians wore gloves, opened evidence bags, and logged each item. They weighed capsules, looked at seams in box flaps, and checked whether caps had been twisted or pried. They compared how much poison was in each bad capsule and whether the amounts looked alike. The pattern suggested this was not a factory error. Lots did not match in a neat block. The most likely answer was retail tampering. Someone altered bottles after the products left the plant and then put them back on shelves. Public safety came first. Working with city and federal officials, the manufacturer ordered a massive recall, about 31 million bottles across the country. Stores cleared spaces. Trucks hauled pallets to warehouses. TV and radio repeated the same advice: do not use Tylenol capsules, return them. The choice was costly, but it was right. It became a model of how to act when time matters and trust is at risk. While the recall moved forward, detectives chased leads. Phone tips poured in. Some callers shared real details. Others passed on rumors. Officers interviewed delivery drivers, stock clerks, pharmacists, and customers who might have noticed something strange. A few fingerprints turned up, but none tied cleanly to a suspect. One man, James Lewis, sent a letter demanding money and was later convicted of extortion related to the case. He was not convicted of the murders. Over the years, other people were discussed in media or books. Some links were alleged and never proven. Without a clear chain from a specific bottle to a specific person, the case stayed open. As investigators worked, the country changed how everyday items are sealed. Before 1982, many products sat in simple boxes or bottles that could be opened without leaving a mark. After 1982, the standard became tamper-evident design. Medicine got shrink bands around caps and foil seals under caps. Boxes used glued flaps so a quiet opening would still show damage. Warning lines appeared: do not use if seal is broken. Companies also moved away from easy-to-open capsules and leaned on tablets and caplets. These steps reached food, drinks, and cosmetics too. A rule born from tragedy became a habit that now protects millions each day. Lawmakers also acted. Congress strengthened federal anti-tampering laws, making it a serious crime to alter consumer products and cause harm. The new rules gave investigators better tools and stronger penalties. Retailers trained staff to pull any package that looked wrong. Shoppers learned to check seals and to return items that seemed off. It was a rare moment when design, law, business, and public behavior shifted together. Even with these gains, the main mystery remained. Why has no one been found guilty of the murders? Part of the answer is the time. In 1982 there were few cameras in stores, no digital receipts, and no fast ways to trace a single box through a whole supply chain. The crime scenes were not factories with logs and guards. They were open store aisles in different suburbs. A person could work fast, leave no clear trace, and be gone before anyone noticed. Small details, memory what fades. Jacket, what cart, what shelf, slip away. A case without strong physical evidence or reliable video is hard to finish, no matter how skilled the team. Another reason is noise. After the first deaths, alleged copycat events were reported in other places. Some were confirmed separate incidents. Others were rumors or unrelated. Sorting real facts from fear took time and drained focus. Media attention also pushed bold claims into the public eye. Some books and programs named alleged suspects or motives, but those claims did not meet the standard required in court. The official record stayed careful. The Chicago area deaths in late September 1982 were real and proven, the person or persons who altered those bottles have not been identified. What did we gain, then? We gained a safer system. We gained a playbook for recalls: move fast, speak plainly, and put people first. We gained a culture of checking seals and pulling unsafe stock. We gained laws that fit the threat. We also gained respect for clear language. When a claim is not proven, we say alleged. When a theory is not confirmed, we label it as disputed. This discipline protects the truth and the families at the heart of the story. The brand at the center had to rebuild from the ground up. It offered refunds, explained new packaging, and put triple seal protection in place. The return to shelves was slow and careful. Over time, trust grew again. Business schools still teach this moment as a case of choosing the public over profit and of being open when it would be easier to hide. The community changed too. People remember where they were when the warning spread. They remember pulling products and checking on neighbors. They remember the first time they heard the tiny crack as a safety band broke, an everyday sound that signals, this was sealed. You can see if someone touched it. That sound is MO. Wreath and plastic. It is proof that design can stand guard. Today, if you open a new bottle and the band is missing, you know to put it down. If the foil is torn, you know to return it. If a box flap is ripped, you know it should not be sold. These are small acts taught by a large loss. They are quiet wins that prevent harm you will never hear about. The case is still open because the puzzle never gave one last piece. Yet the lessons are clear. Build evidence into packaging so tampering leaves a mark. Build honesty into response so people know what to do. Build teeth into law so bad actors face real cost. And always respect the families by keeping the story factual and calm.